Hey there, it's Jeff Cobb back with yet another edition of our discussions with learning management system providers in the association market. And today I am very happy to be joined by Paul Meyer, who is the president of Starfield Talent Management Systems. Welcome, Paul.
Good morning.
Well, thanks for joining us. I'm going to tee it up with the usual question that we ask in these interviews, which is basically, who is Starfield? Tell us about the company very briefly and how you work with associations.
Sure. The company, Starfield Talent Management Solution, is based out of Jacksonville, Ohio. The company and our employees and the product has been in existence for well over a decade now. However, through recent transaction, we have divested from our parent company, Adecco, and are now a brand new private entity as recently as July 1st. So we have a full talent management suite, everything from learning management, performance management, through succession planning. So a full complement of modules, all centered around, architected around competencies and the development of those competencies and skill sets for organizations.
Okay, and I think we'll want to come back to that, and that may actually even lead into the next question, which is, there are obviously a lot of systems out there, so one thing we always like to ask companies is, what is it that really makes you different in the midst of all these technologies that are now out there in the market?
Sure. I think the biggest thing for us, we're trying to take a very unique approach and try and provide solutions and really leverage technology to make life simpler in the hands of the end users. So versus just automating outdated HR processes like a lot of companies have done, and we're really trying to rethink the technology. How do we make it easier for the end users and the managers to do what they need to do so they can just focus on their jobs? So really looking at new and more innovative processes and how to simplify the tools. So really, our mission is to have people spend less time in our tools, not more time in our tools, and have the talent management function be less a part of their day, again, so people can concentrate on their day-to-day jobs.
Okay, and you use the word talent management there. That's obviously, it's in the name of your company. It's obviously very important to what you do. Could you just briefly define for listeners what talent management is from your perspective, and then how does that fit in the world of externally facing education, like an association would be offering, which is a little different from what you might get in the corporate setting?
Yeah. Absolutely. So, we view talent management as the broad umbrella that encompasses everything from in the entire employee life cycle, from the recruiting process, then you've onboarded, you manage goals and evaluations and performance management, the training that's conducted in a learning management system, perhaps 360 multi-rater components. There's also the element of compensation and paid for performance, merit increases and bonuses and whatnot. And then at the end of that spectrum is succession planning. So what are you doing to plan for the departure of an employee? So if you look at the entire spectrum of an employee life cycle, we view that as talent management.
Okay. And for an association, is that something to extend out to their business members, or are there ways they can extend that to their individual members that are meaningful?
Yeah, and it's something we're doing today, and it's probably more critical the way the tools are being developed now for the markets that you serve for associations, because their end users are predominantly organizations that might even be a little smaller, small to mid-size, whether they're contractors in certain industries, or smaller businesses that don't have huge HR departments or the ability to have these elaborate systems that all have to be connected in all these modules. So where we're trying to provide a huge benefit is having all these tools integrated into one simple, easy-to-use tool, one interface, not a bunch of tools molded together, so that they can easily, again, without big HR departments, provide training, development, goal management, succession planning, these things that help them run their business and build the skill sets of their groups, but not have to maintain big departments to do so.
Right. Okay. Well, talent management has obviously been an area that's gotten a lot of buzz over the last several years, but there's a lot that's exciting going on in the world of learning right now. Very exciting time to be in the business. From your perspective, what do you see as some of the most important or the most exciting emerging trends that you're hoping to do more with in the coming years?
Well, the thing that we're excited about, and I would think this has a lot of meaning in the association marketplace as well, is we live in an on-demand world that's changing every day, and so we're trying to move training in the development of skills and competencies and goals to be more real-time, providing more real-time feedback, provide training when you need it. Do evaluation when you see an opportunity to develop somebody or recognize strong performance. And that's done real informally in a lot of organizations. And then there's still this big annual review, which tends to be this cumbersome, relatively useless process if you ask most people. So we're on a mission to essentially eliminate, and I use the air quotes somewhat humorously, but it's something we believe in, is that we really want to make that annual review a non-event and really help people manage more in real time. And so to give the tools and the training tools, and when it comes to an association, having an aggregation of these tools that can be sort of industry-wide skills and content at the hands of your end users is something we believe pretty passionately. But it's all about making that more real-time, and I see that more reality every day.
Okay, well, great. More
yeah,
real time coming down the pipe.
More real time, and really having these tools integrated. If you look out in the market, there's a lot of even the biggest players out there have these tools that have been bolted together, which provides often for a very cumbersome experience for the end users, particularly for small companies having to manage a bunch of different tools, where it's all integrated, where if I rate somebody low on a particular skill, it can automatically recommend some training that might be available, and have that whole process be tightly integrated into one tool is huge. So
Great. Well, looking forward to seeing those developments emerge. Paul, thanks so much for taking the time to talk today.
wonderful. Thank you.